So some people on my IG know I was in New York yesterday because I got a tip from an industry insider website that one of my favorite brands was having a makeup sale, which was Makeup Forever. And I just decided I wanted to do a quick video for you guys because we get asked all the time as artists, like, what kind of products do you use and how do you get them and are there discounts and whatever. First thing I want to say is any working artist, we want to provide the best service. We want to use the best products possible. And makeup is an expensive job. It is not a hobby. It is not where you just go buy any random makeup and just use it. A real professional celebrity artist or a professional bridal artist or just a pro artist in general that does various things, our kits are full of thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of product. And so anytime these, like these designer sales happen, we flock to them because we know that it is going to just boost what we are able to give our clients, which is why I got on a bus at like 6 something in the morning and rode 3 hours to the city. And I'm up there all the time anywhere for work, but not necessarily a lot of impromptu trips. So I got there and it was literally like the back of the store, and you had to have a beauty insider card to be there. You had to even have that to just go back there and shop. Because, this is what we do. We wait for these, events to happen. And my friends are like, you're crazy to go all the way to New York for that. And I'm like, this is my job. This is my livelihood. I can't go. If I had a normal job, I wouldn't be able to go to my boss and do half work and still think I'm going to get a great review at the end of 6 months. It's the same thing that we have to hold ourselves to a really high standard. And a lot of that includes the product that we use. I mean, I've got some, little drugstore things here and there, but my whole kit can't be a beauty supply store kit. That's just not possible. Not at the level that I am right now. So I'm going to do a quick haul for you and show you guys what I got. And hopefully this inspires you all to take it a bit more seriously. And if you are an aspiring artist, get on the pro lists. Go see if people have makeup discounts. Go see if they do master classes, if they do beauty classes, if they do training. Professional artists like myself, we do coaching, we do training, just to tell you some of the techniques that we've learned and some of the, insight that we have. So I was excited to go, but I just want to show you what I got. I'll be right back. This is the foundation in 140, and I'm just going to pump some out for you so you can see. That's just one pump, but the finish is very slick. It's very slick and skin-like. And it can be manipulated. It can be full coverage, or I can shear this down, but it's really, really, really slick. And it covers everything. I mean, it's obviously not my skin color, but it covered the whole back of my hand with just that, that one pump. I'll do another one with, what is this? 180. This is called 180. Because they do theirs in like a number system. Okay, let's see. So 180 would be like a darker skinned African American woman, but look at the rich pigment of that tone. And it has a little bit of a sheen. It's not too dry. This is why it's used on film sets. This is why we use it bridal photo shoots, and a lot of celebrities like it because it just looks like natural skin. It just looks like skin. That's it. We also have their foundation pen, right? The Makeup Forever HD High Definition Foundation Concealer. Let's see. And it's got this amazing like silicone top to it. This is why artists like it, because it works as its own brush. So you just click it up and you can see, you'll start to see the product. So the product is starting to go up it goes up like a little chamber. You can see it. It's going to start coming up. See how it's just rising up like that? It rises up to the chamber, and then so it gives you this pinpoint application of exactly where you want it to go. So if it's under the eye, if it's on a blemish, whatever. And when Danny Sands created these, this is the stuff that she had in mind. How to make it user-friendly for the professional as well as the consumer. But it just makes our lives as makeup artists a lot easier because we don't have to have an additional tool. We can just use this by itself. So I got some of those. I also got some of these Aqua Cream colors that work so well under eyeshadow. You can use them as blushes depending on the color. So this is the silver one, but I've got like 10 colors of them. This is the silver one. So I'm going to stick that here. And this works. I can use this alone. I can use this as a highlighter on the tip of the nose, on the cheekbones. And you see, once it's in, it looks like a second skin. It just looks like a silvery second skin. But most times when I get aqua creams, I use them under shadow. Because it's an aqua cream, it is waterproof. So if I needed to do an underwater photo shoot, I could certainly do that. I'm going to show you some lip colors, some lipsticks. Makeup Forever lipsticks here. This one is in, the color is called N3. It's a little blurry here. But it is that perfect nude. And it is like, N3 is the perfect nude sheer shade. So for someone who doesn't want a ton of matted color, like that's a great alternative for them. It just looks like pure lip color. So even for men, if I'm on set somewhere and I'm doing like a commercial or something like that, I could totally use this, blot it down, and just show like full lip color. Let's do Matte 3. That's another one that I'm looking at. So I'm just taking it out of the box. Matte 3. It's almost the same color as N3, but look at the difference in the payoff. This is a matte, like a completely matte lip tone that is the same tone as that, but a very different finish. So that can be used on almost any skin color. It's super rich. The color is very robust. And I could use that as a blush if I wanted to. Just, you know, sort of like if I don't have a blush color to match it, or I wanted to do something that's sort of, you know, sheer or whatever, I can blend it in. The next thing I wanted to show you guys is this Pro Only Body Tan Gel Bronzer. So I had to purchase this sponge to go with it. And this sponge doesn't absorb a lot of liquid. The awesome thing about this is we use a lot of these sponges backstage when I do theater work too, because most of the products that are liquid you don't want to absorb into here. So I'm not going to open this up right now. I don't really need it, but I do want to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to go wipe my arm off and then I'll show you that. And then, well, of course I have to pop this lid off of it here, this plastic thing. And this does not transfer onto clothes, so for red carpet events, for things like that, like you use this, you buff it into their skin, it's got a gel consistency. Oh, there we go, that's probably a little too much. Here we go. So I just took a little bit more of that off. But when you buff it into the skin, it gives an automatic rich bronzy tan. And this one can be used for anybody. Once it dries, it does not transfer. So with me, like my skin is almost this color. So I'm going to do it on the back side of my arm, which is actually lighter, so that you can see. Okay, so I put a little bit on the back of my arm, right? And you see how it's giving me this bronze. It's just a bronzy, like a Brazilian bronzy glow. And once that's set, I can go on about my day, and it just gave my skin a glow. Now, if I wanted to do layers, Let me do a second layer. I'm just going to use it a little bit because it's just the side of my arm. See this? Move the excess. The more you do, the deeper that glow. And again, because it's not transferable, see how it gets deeper and deeper, and the skin is just glowing with happiness. So these are some of the things that you might see on the red carpet, and I'm just getting the excess up. You see it on the red carpet and you are like, how do they get that glow? Yes. Some people spray tan. A lot of people spray tan. But a lot of times they leave it to the artist to do that. So I'm going to wipe half of this off so that you can see. Look at the difference of my arm and that glow. You see that? This is why, as an artist, you need to be educated. This is why, because you never know what your clients are going to ask for. You never know what they'll need. You really don't. You just kind of have to come prepared. The last thing I'm going to show you guys, and then I'm done, is this Elixir. So this is the Makeup Forever HD high definition Elixir. It has so much moisture in it. It is specifically for those with like flaky skin. If you're doing makeup on somebody that's got dry skin and everything is soaking up into their skin, you can put this elixir on top of their makeup, or you can put it underneath. And I'm going to show you. It looks like, let's see, let me get some more. Let me just press that button at the top. All you do is you put it in here, press the button at the top, you get the excess, you get some out, and then put it on their skin. The amazing thing about this is pure moisture, right? It's not water, it's not grease. I believe it's hyaluronic acid. I'm almost positive. Let me get the box real quick and I'll tell you. HD Elixir is a serum that instantly hydrates and adds radiance to the skin. The breakthrough formula was specifically created to smooth and prepare the skin for a high definition makeup. I know I just moved the box. But what this does, now you see it set in and it dried. It dried and you can't tell. But what this does for us as artists is now when we show this person's skin on camera, it looks hydrated, it looks moist, it looks like it's just got a nice beautiful glow. These are some of the items that, like, this is a $40 product. And as an artist, you need 3 or 4 of them because you're going to use it so much. So this is what I'm saying when I mean I find flash sales. If I find something like this, this is why I'm going, because I know the importance of having a product that's amazing, that's going to work, that's going to perform, and I'm not going to have to second guess my artistry. I'm not going to have to second guess if the product is going to show well. This is why we trust certain brands. We trust brands that make things, an artist making it for another artist. This is why these things are trusted. So I got a lot more stuff, but basically what I ended up buying was tons of foundation, some Aqua Creams, I bought a bunch of Elixirs, I bought a bunch of lipsticks, and I bought a bunch of concealers. They did have some hold on. So that's basically what I bought. Foundations, concealers, Aqua Creams, things for body bronzing and whatever. Because as an artist, and I'm like just holding the camera so it might be shaky. As an artist, their career is in my hands. If you're an artist, yes, it can be fun as a hobby at first and stuff. And it really is a fun job, but it is serious. So egos at the door, leave them. You got to know what this client wants. You got to know what their image is, what the public sees of them, what they need. You have to know as an artist what they need to achieve the look that they want and how to be continuous with their image too. So what I bought were basically, kit basics, but they are mandatory. Like, I can get away with a drugstore lip liner. I can get away with a drugstore lipstick because once the lipstick is on, it's on. But when it comes to base, foundation, skin prep, those are things that cannot be skipped. Eventually I'll do master classes on foundation basics, skin prep basics, and things like that. I'm not doing them yet, but they're coming. But I just wanted to show you guys what I got and what a pro artist thinks when we go to find something. We're not getting it just because the color is cute. There's actually a science behind why we think what we're, what we're purchasing. So as we continue this journey on YouTube and IG and all that stuff, hopefully you guys will learn some things. And I hope you liked my video. Please like, comment, subscribe, ask questions. I'll answer them all. Even if you want to know about different programs and whatever, just put them in the comment box at the bottom. Put them in there and I'll answer them. But hopefully you learned something, and I hope you, like the explanations and stuff. So I'll see you guys on the next go round.